Hello, my beautiful friend, and welcome back to your daily gaming news content drop. Today, we're going to talk about Saros, the latest game of Housemarque, one of the first-party PlayStation developers. So, let's dive in. We have this article here, the Alinea Insight newsletter. As always, you will find everything linked in the description box down below. This one here written by Reese Elliott. Saros sells 300k plus units in its first 2 weeks. Oh boy. So Sony's first big 2026 exclusive is here. Housemarque's spiritual follow-up to Returnal has had a slow but interesting start. Let's see what the Alinea estimates say about Saros, also a peek at Forza. Saros is Sony's... Okay, we already had that one. Let's dig in. So, first of all, we're not going to go through everything in this newsletter because it's just way too much, but I'm going to show you some of the more interesting things here. Saros has a lukewarm start with $22 million US in revenue via 300k plus units sold. Which is obviously not good, because you want your first party titles to hit like a bang. It must be a deep impact whenever it hits, and not a pebble that will evaporate in the atmosphere when it just floats from space onto Earth. Yeah, and that one, the biggest thing about this game is the story right now, which is the regular, the regular Sony messaging. Yeah, how does that one go for you? I wonder, because many people just don't like that. I was a big Sony fan. I still miss the Sony days where I would just sit on my couch, turn the PlayStation on, and just play a first party title, but I can't anymore. It's just, no. The thing here is, the engineering, the gameplay, the sound and art design of Sony's first party titles are incredible. They are so well made. It is magnificent. I mean, we just have to look at Saros. It's the game that we're talking about right now, and obviously I'm gonna praise it in those departments. It's the story that is lacking. It's the story that is trying to pull the wool over your head, especially while this is the real true ending, which you have to play at least 2 times, so you already have a couple of hours into it. So it's really weird, because there are still a lot of people out there who say that story is important. And even whenever someone says, I don't care about the story, it still has an impact if you want it or not. So Saros copies sold on PS5, its only platform, which obviously also huge mistake, incredibly huge mistake. But then again, Sony knows why they are doing this. They're bringing their own launcher onto PC because they can hide player numbers behind their own launcher. They made a little bit, not a little bit, they made over 200, oh my god, I'm really sorry. This hits me to my core. Again, I was a big Sony fan, and I had every console, man. This is just so sad. $22 million plus Saros overall gross revenue so far. 100k copies sold in advanced access. So about a third went full out with the collector's edition or the deluxe edition or whatever it was, so that they can play it 2 days earlier. Which I also do not like. I hate the pay for early access AAA titles. I understand why there is an early access thingy on Steam, makes absolute sense for smaller devs who need a revenue push. But this is just blatant, oh yeah, shut up and give us money. So, but of all the people who played Saros, 79% played Returnal, 56% played Ghost of Nobai, and 37% played Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Still a game that I still have to play that one, man. I love Death Stranding 1. I have it 3 times. I bought it once on my PS4, once on the PS5, and once on PC. So it's a real shame that I still haven't played it. But there is not enough time, man. There is not enough time. So then we have here launch aligned. Our data shows Saros is actually selling a little slower than Returnal. Despite there being only about 8 million PS5s in the wild when Returnal launched versus the 93 million install base Saros launched into. Obviously, absolutely not a good look. Absolutely not. And we have here the little bit of, oh yeah, but it had so many competition. It's a different story for Saros, because Returnal, when it came out, there was nothing else to play. Yeah, well, there was. I mean, you still had your PS4 backlog, and yeah, there wasn't much on the PS5 side of the PS5 era. But even then, I don't know, roguelikes are not... I mean, they have a big following, don't get me wrong, but that game was also a niche in a niche, basically. And here is the excuse with, oh, but it's launched not too long after Crimson Desert, Resident Evil Requiem, Hades 2 on PS5, Pragmata, and a whole bunch of Red 2026 games. This is more niche PlayStation Studios game. It was never going to do numbers like God of War or Ghost of Nobai. Well, not true. I mean, wait, to an extent it's true. However, we got disillusioned by Sony for a long time. Spider-Man 2, Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Forbidden West, Last of Us 2. What else was there? I already forgot. God of War Ragnarok, there is the name. And what was it? Wait, where do I have the picture? Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, Uncharted a little bit, but yeah, Last of Us 2, Horizon Forbidden West, Ghost of Nobai, and so on. So yeah, a lot of people were already in the ballpark of, no, I'm not going to touch Sony games. They have to change something in the backgrounds. I'm scared for Wolverine, because we know that Sweet Baby Inc. is involved with that one, so you already know what's going to happen to that game. I'm tired, man. I'm so tired. Of course, Saros is also competing with the whole cumulative backlog of PlayStation releases that have built up across the cycle. The PS5 install base is over 11 times bigger than it was at Returnal's launch, but the share of that audience actively shopping for a new niche first-party title is structurally smaller. True, but a good game will sell. No matter, I mean, we've seen this with so many games where the early access media has tried to push games to us like Veilguard, like Highguard, like, what was it, Mixtape, and so on. They're just not good games. In case of Mixtape, it's not even a game. And people just said, no, I'm not going to buy that crap. And Marathon is one of the other games, by the way, where the Access Media, again, is trying to push it as, it's a good game, guys. Believe us. Trust us. And other games that they really want you not to play because they are not pushing the message or the agenda, like Stellar Blade. I'm really excited for Stellar Blade 2. Pragmata, incredible game. Resident Evil Requiem, incredible game, and so on. I mean, Resident Evil Requiem, to be fair, they rated it a little bit better. But yeah, if Saros would have had an incredible story, more people would have played that one. Absolutely. 100 freaking %. It's really a shame, as Saros is a fantastic game. Again, engineering, gameplay, sound, art. I agree, fantastic game. And frankly deserves better numbers than this. But 3D bullet hell type games, especially those with a $70 price tag, are a tough sell in today's market. I would argue that $70 price tag or your regional equivalent is the biggest tough sell right now. This is a lesson that Nintendo right now is learning the hard way. This is why Star Fox is a $50 game. So, PlayStation Hardcore is doing the heavy lifting. Yeah, well, because who else? Who else is there? The majority of people left. They are not going to buy this anymore because they want a game where they can be the hero and not the bad guy in a story. I mean, there are games where it is awesome to play the bad guy, but when you go into a game like Saros, where it's basically, oh, I'm going to save my wife and I'm going to get her back and everything, that I can see that. And then you are the cuck, you are the one who murdered someone else and tried to bury the leads and everything. Holy crap, man. What are you thinking? So players who consistently show up for PlayStation's other first-party games at launch or shortly after make up a significant share of Saros' early players. Obviously, 56% of Saros players previously played Ghost of Nobai, which I don't have to say anything about that one. 37% played Death Stranding 2. 11% played God of War Ghost of Sparta. Oh my god, that was a disgrace of a God of War game. And 8% played Marathon. Yay! At this point, I wouldn't even have mentioned Marathon because this is not a good look for anyone involved. The House Mark fandom also showed up in full force. Our audience overlap data shows that about 78% of Saros' player previously played Returnal, which absolutely makes sense. Of course, Returnal has been on PS Plus. Oh yeah, of course, that makes it also easier to get into it. And yeah, Saros players are putting in the time and hitting the credits. So this is going to be really interesting. Because this is basically... Oh, I'm seeing the time. I'm sorry, I have to cut it a little bit short. This is basically the... Yeah, you know, guys, the people who are playing it are absolutely having a blast of a time. They are playing a lot, and it's just the other ones who are leaving. So where did we hear that one before? Because I'm going to again cut it a little bit short. Here is Reese Elliott on X, again the author of the Alinea Analytics newsletter, and we have this here. Wait, where was it? Oh no. Okay, sorry, it was still here. This is the silver lining in the data. Saros obviously isn't pulling in casual PlayStation owners at the scale Sony and Housemarque might have hoped, but the audience that did show up is playing the hell out of it. Yeah, we did hear that with Marathon. We still Do hear that one with Marathon. Just think about that. That is not a good thing. This game had the hallmarks of being incredible. And you blew it. Absolutely, they blew it. This is just like saying, oh man, that dog poop there. The flies around that, oh, they're loving the crap out of that poop. Oh boy. But everyone else is just like, oh, brother, no. That's basically the same thing. Again, I'm not saying that the engineering of the game is bad. I'm not saying that the gameplay, the art and the sound is bad. It's the story. And that comes from someone who also really likes Rahul Kohli. As far as I'm aware of, he's a genuinely nice guy. And I really like him. He's a fellow Ultramarine player. I do love my Ultramarines in 40k. But damn, man, damn. The last thing that I want to show you is this one here. The elephant in the room is that Sony recently closed Blue Point. Now that Housemarque presumably closed the book on Saros, so no DLC, nothing else after that one, probably just a skeleton crew if there are some bugs here and there. I sincerely hope PlayStation keeps them on the books. Like Blue Point, Housemarque are some incredibly talented folks. So, Blue Point devs also found jobs at CD Projekt Red, at CI Games for Lords of the Fallen 2 and so on. So, at least I do hope that a lot of them, or all of them, found jobs at better positions. But I'm scared for Housemarque, especially after the Bungie debacle with Marathon. That's going to be really tough for all the other developers out there who work at first-party Sony titles. It is really scary for them. It absolutely is. It is so sad. It absolutely is so sad. Oh yeah, also, wait, I just scrolled down. Because that is the link that I've got. I think the early story spoilers hit the game hard as well. I cheated, begging for forgiveness in the end times. I just forgot to show this to you. I just saw it again because I scrolled down. But yeah, that's the story. Absolutely. And there are people who tried to paint this as, no, it's not a thing, guys. Do not listen to the haters. It is. It's out there. You can watch it. It's not a secret anymore. That's the story of the game. But yeah, what are your thoughts on all of this? Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I am keen to know what you have to say. And while you're here, please remember to do all the things that make the dings. Why? Because that way we can build a bigger community and talk more gaming news every day. And by that I of course mean like and subscribe, and please share the video with your friends and turn off YouTube's restricted mode. Otherwise, have a great day, my friend. Stay fantastic, stay hydrated, and I will see you later, as every Wednesday, a little bit later than usual, with Binary Domain, an incredibly funny and really well-made game, by the way, which we're going to continue with Chapter 3 and tomorrow's next video. Bye, bye, bye.